And the Fire Wizard, you must now withstand the fury of my flames.
Hey YouTube, this is Firewizard23, and welcome back to Let's Play Lost Kingdoms. Well, in the last episode, we did cross the bridge of Saravan, and we've reached Kandari Castle, but let's head all the way back to Alexander's Ferry House to trade in some fairies. Yeah, it's something you should do, because you should turn in the fairies, because remember, at certain amounts of fairies given to him, you get a prize. So let's go ahead and give him some fairies. And again, talking to him is useless, so don't bother. Though he just mentions things about fairies. But here we've brought him up to 23 fairies, and he gives us a gift of a Stonehead card, which is extremely nice. This is the ultimate trap monster. It hovers up in the air, and then slams down on a monster who gets in its field of vision. Awesome! And he does mention there, and I hit talk here for no reason, but he mentions that the fairies kind of meld together in groups of 10. But he mentions that if we bring him 30 fairies altogether, he'll give us yet another gift. So, let's head back to Gerd for a second, because we should check up on the cards we have, but she mentioned a little task we could do before when we talked with her. Let's talk to her about that task. Because as we all know, the best time to do side quests is when the world is in imminent peril. So let's hear what she has to say. The Dahl-Nok Valley is invaded with giant bees, huh? Alright. Looks like we're going to have to go kick some ass. Let's do it! Alright, but let's check our transforming things. I'm just quickly going through the cards here, seeing what I can transform. Nothing. 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 Ooh, go back, go back, go back. Ah, the Venom Lizard card. Very nice. Essentially, the wood version of the Lizard Man card, and it can have a poison effect. Oh, yes. Come to me, my Lizard Man. Nice. The Lizard Man card. Now check it out here. Yep. It's the weapon type creature with a spinning slash attack and can produce a poison effect. Very nice. Sea Monk. Yeah, I have enough Sea Monks here. I'll go ahead and get a Rebus. Not the type that's a mystery puzzle you have to sound out, but this creature. Here we go. Booyah! Rebus, come to me! Huzzah! And there's a Rebus. Restores 30% health and restores 1 to 2 of your cards from your deck. Nice. And the Raven, oh, I can get the Chimera card. Yes! That awesome summon monster who does a dashing fire attack. Very powerful. Let's grab one. Chimera! Or Chimera. I always said Chimera, but apparently it's properly pronounced Chimera. So I will be using the word Chimera. Because I don't want to appear stupid. Sweetness. Alright. And Dragon Knight, we can still get a Ghost Armor, but I don't have another card to replace that, so we'll just move on. Alright, so let's head off to the Dahl-Nok Valley and see what we can do for them. I just hit B there to leave the shop. We should check our deck, make sure there's anything else we need. And I checked really quickly here, it's wood and fire. So essentially I need water and earth cards, but I decided, you know what, my deck's good enough, so I'll just go with what I have. Just skim really quickly here through the cards, nothing really new I want to add. Again, I'm really much more about weapon monsters, but that's really not going to last throughout this game. I'm not going to be able to get away with just using only weapon monsters, I know that. But we're still fairly early on in the narrative. So off to the Dahl-Nok Valley. Awesome epic pose there, holding the card. Oh yeah, come get it, fuckers. Alright, here's Princess Katia. Off we go. Guess we should just cross this bridge here and uh-oh. Cutscene time. Very big bridge. Nothing could go wrong, except that's an orc. You dick. Make me go all the way around. Does anyone remember an old Folgers commercial where, like, there's like an agitated coffee bean and he was, like, walking through them trying to say, you get out of my way, get out of my way. And he ran into the can at the end of the Folgers commercial and he's like, oh, now we got to go all the way around. I love that commercial. Yep. Again, telling me about throwing cards, the Red Fairy, and oh boy, we got orcs to deal with. They are fire monsters. So water cards are the best, but I just go ahead and slash it with what I got. They're not particularly strong. These guys are only really a step up from the hobgoblins. Here, I just swoop at them with Dark Ravens. Gotcha. Pussies. Now you're dead! Ooh. Alright, We got that red fairy. Now let's open up this chest to find some treasure. Ah, an orc card. All it does is, when you use it, the orc appears in front of you as it's a weapon monster, and he kind of pushes his gut forward trying to hit. But now we seem to have boss time already against this giant bee. Being a wood type, I just use my ravens against it. We kill it. Yay! Boss time! Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. It's time for boss time against the giant bee, who was incredibly easy, and that did not end the level. What the hell? Well, this level has many giant bees we're going to have to fight. Here's a lycanthropic card. Like this one. It's time for boss time against the giant bee. Oh, ow, jerk. There he was just quick on the draw against me. Dragonoid, Raven. Just slash after people. Gotcha, jerk. Whew. We're going to have to fight several giant bees. We did it. And specifically, there are 8 of them in this level. Once you fight the 8th one, the level ends. So that's very important here. Boss time again. Here's another giant bee. Whip out with the Dragonoid first, and slash with the ghoul. As it turns out, the ghoul is actually strong enough to kill the giant bee outright. So I really should just be using the ghouls here. But, you know, I like to have a little fun. Make sure to check all the stumps here as well, because there's sometimes fairies sitting on the stumps. And that card also was sitting right on a stump, so make sure you pay attention very carefully. Here's more orcs. I decided to whip out the Venom Spider. I like this attack. It is a cool little attack. It does multiple hits. And kills him, so that works. Got my weapon monsters ready here for the Mandragora. No, that's not Mandragora. That is a... the hell is that? Mantrap. Thank you. I could not remember what the card was called. Yeah, let's keep going. I like the music of this area. It's very nice music, though right now, as I'm recording this, I cannot hear it. And we get a ghoul card. Very nice. Check the stumps. Make sure you check the stumps. There are sometimes fairies in these stumps. Careful. I will go ahead and kill this beehive, because the other beehives are going to be on the other side of this valley. Boss time! Another giant bee. The problem with the giant bees is they are very, very fast. So come to think of it, if it wasn't for the fact that they're very weak, I probably would bring a gold butterfly with me, just to slow them down. But giant bees are very, very fast. They're an interesting independent monster. They double the power of all wood monsters, and they have the power of all, I want to say, earth monsters. Wait, Firebeats, maybe it's fire monsters. I'd have to see the card again. But it's one of those kind of monsters, and there's 4 specific monsters that have that kind of effect, that, like, they double their own creature's type's attack power, but they have, and I'll assume it's the type they're weak against. I don't know if it's the type they're weak against or the type they're strong against. Like, their weakness or their strength. It halves one of them. Because, you know, it's a whole, rock, paper, scissors type thing. Skeleton card at the bottom of this river. And I didn't mention, but I do like how the animation of going down the ladders is it clearly uses every single step as she's walking. Yeah, this guy talks about the cockatrices that are up above. Says he don't like cockatrices, but he says there are some eggs sitting around that belong to them. And in this chest, we get a man-trap. Awesome. And in this chest, we get a hobgoblin card. Very nice. You want to trudge up both sides of this river or down this valley because there's cards and stuff on both sides, so don't forget to do so. Like you can see floating over here, there is a red fairy. There's also a card. See, I see the card sitting on the ground right there. Let's get the red fairy. Yeah, I wonder why the bridge fell down, fairy. Let's grab this card, a mummy card. Nice. Dun 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 dun. I have no idea if I'm in tune with the music because I can't hear it. Okay, so let's head up the other ladder here, and I admit, kind of how you have to position yourself here is a little awkward, because I get myself in position several times, but I don't hit the A button in time to start climbing. It really is hard. You have to make sure you're on the right side of the ladder as well. I'm trying to just, like, shift myself just a little bit. There we go, okay. Yeah, just watch the animation here. I just like how she's actually walking up each step. I have an appreciation for the animators, for the programmers / animators for doing that. Because you see so many games, like, say, like Mega Man, where he's climbing, but he's clearly not... the animation is more fluid, that it doesn't suggest that he's walking up each step. Another red fairy here. And he mentions that he likes to go into trees and hide. Here's a deck point. I go ahead and just chuck all the cards in my deck, so we can use them for later. Slope to our left, but I'll avoid that for now. But here's a giant egg. Let's be a douche and crack it. That must be one of those cockatrice eggs. And check this out. There's clearly a stone tree right here. Or a petrified tree, I should say. I'm going to leave these bees' nests for later. Those will be the last ones we take care of. Here's a couple more orcs. I throw out some independent monsters here. My skeleton, my man-trap, and my hobgoblin. Say, go to work, guys. I just walk away and let them take care of it. Fight, fight, fight. Some of these monsters are more or less effective based on how their attack patterns are programmed, I've noticed. For example, the skeleton's actually fairly useful if the target is very broad, whereas if it was a very small target, the skeleton wouldn't really be that useful. But I guess, you know, that's kind of what you have to do when you pick your monsters. And here's a red fairy hidden in the stump, just like the other fairy said. And he mentions that if a cockatrice is killed, all the things that ever petrified would become unpetrified. Really? There's another man trap. And here's an orc card. Nice, we'll take that with us. Check the stump to make sure. Okay, here's another bee's nest. Take it out. Boss time against the giant bee. Try using a couple independent monsters here, but this guy is just way too fast. So like a man trap is just completely... I'm surprised I even used it, but a man trap is totally useless here because the giant bee is just too freaking fast. And I try using the orc here, but it's such a difficult delivery to hit it with the gut attack. You see, I don't think my caterpillar is useful here, so I just use it and knock it out in one shot, which I should have just done in the first place. Off we go. Moving along. There's another bee's nest to our left. We'll take it out. Boss time! Against a giant bee. Here I just get sparked here. I just take it out with a ghoul. What did I just do that for? Save myself so much trouble. Okay. So here's where the bridge collapsed. Ooh, there's another egg. Let's be a douche again and break it. Smash. Alright, let's head back here. There is another petrified tree here, but I'm more interested in the stump over here for the moment, because there's yet another fairy. And she does verify there are indeed 8 bee colonies. If only there was a way we could turn that petrified tree back to normal. Well, let's see. That's 2 cockatrice eggs. I think the guy previously did mention there were 3 cockatrice eggs. Well, let's try heading up that slope we saw before and see if we can find the last one. Nice scenic views in this game. I like how scenic the game becomes. And we'll use the deck point here, just chuck the man-trap and the orc in my deck. As long as we got it. We have to trudge up the slope, going slowly. Really put the muscle on. Okay, we pass by this little structure here with yet another petrified tree. What's all this petrified stuff? Ah, there's the last egg at the very top. Let's break it. Because we should just do that. Because as we all know, in RPGs, when someone tells you not to do something, you should therefore do it. Smash! Oh boy. Oh dear. We unleash the fire of hell. Let's run down the slope. And let's fight the cockatrices. Damn cockatrices! Let's fight them. And I try to use the orc here, but it just doesn't work. Here I discard, I'm going to try to use... These guys are fairly slow, I probably could use a man trap. It's fairly effective, but I decide not to use the counter-poker. I'm looking for weapon monsters. They are reasonably speedy, actually. I'm looking at the video. Come on, get him, get him, get him! Dragon Void, yes! Dragon Void stuff. Yes, okay. Oh, I do use the counter-poker. I didn't think I threw out my counter-poker. We got it. Okay, so now that we've killed all the cockatrices, I guess everything that was stone went back to normal, so let's jump down this slope. Whee! And let's head over to where that fallen petrified tree was, and we should be able to get... Now, I don't know how that means the tree just vanishes. I have no idea. Let's check this treasure chest right here, and we find a cockatrice card, which is a pretty nice weapon monster, actually. The only disadvantage is the monster can't be directly in front of you when you're attacking. You're going to see it as I fight the giant bees again. Where, if it's directly in front of you, the gas attack will not actually hit them. It has to be kind of slightly more in front of you, like a couple feet in front of you, for it to work. So be careful about that as you use it. But it's actually a nice monster, can deliver multiple hits. Here's more orcs. Ugh. Send up my catapulter. Searching for weapon monsters. And I try to use the Banshee here, but I miss it horribly on the first shot, and then get it next time. There we go. Defeated orc. Sweet. Off we go. Now remember, there was that other petrified thing over here by the trees, so let's check it out. Ah, there's a chest now. I don't know where the tree went, and I don't care. And there's a Venom Spider card. Nice. So let's hit up the deck point one more time, restore the little bit of HP we lost, and we'll throw the cards in our deck that we just picked up. The Cockatrice and the Venom Spider. And let's head off to fight the final two giant bees. Let's do it. Boss time against the giant bee. See here, I used the Cockatrice, but I'm so close to it that he totally misses. There, I got him. Nice hit. Alright, we beat the giant bee. And we got one more giant bee to take on. One more time. It's time for boss time against the giant bee. This is a complete, utter fail. I was facing the wrong direction when I used the Venom Spider, and I meant to use the Sea Monk. I thought he was going to appear at that point in my hand. So here I'm just chucking cards. I'm trying to find something to fight him with, and these man-traps are probably not going to be able to do a lot. I missed with a Dragon Knight card. I just suck at this fight. And finally I get a ghoul and just smack him with the ghoul, which is what I just should be doing. What a fail. Alright, well, we got him. We beat all the giant bees. Cleared the level, 5 stars, excellent. I'll pick the first 3 cards, cross your fingers. And I still don't get the boss card, the giant bee. But I get a Venom Spider and 2 orcs. Ah. So, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next video? Head to Kandari Castle? Go on to another side quest? Find out next time on Let's Play Lost Kingdoms. This is Firewizard23, saying take care and bye-bye for now.